Hello, welcome back to another video. This is Gabriel.meneses, your e-commerce coach, and today we're talking all about Facebook ads. So make sure you stick around because at the end, I'm giving you 3 different tips that you need to make sure that you have in place in order to get sales to your Shopify store or e-commerce store, okay? So to get started, first I'm dividing the live in 3 parts. The first one is the campaign that you need to have as soon as you start running the ads, which is the call campaign. We always talk about it, but I'm just giving you a walkthrough so you have it in place if you haven't seen these videos. Then after that, we're doing retargeting campaigns. And finally, we're doing lookalike audiences, and then we're closing with these tips I just told you about, okay? Before we get started, make sure that you go to heymeneses.com/toolkit to get your toolkit to get everything that you need to get started with your e-commerce store. I'm talking about the Facebook ads course, completely free, 2 hours of me walking you step by step on how to do Facebook ads. I'm talking about the product research calculator, influencer templates, track order page, SEO checklist for Shopify stores, and Google ads, okay? It's a step-by-step guide on how to do Google ads also to send people to your store, okay? So to get started with Facebook ads, the first campaign that you need to have in place is a call campaign, okay? This is a test Facebook ads account, so you know exactly how it looks, but it's only as a reference, okay? This is only for educational purposes only, so you can follow along after this, okay? So right here, the first thing that you do, obviously, you click the button create, the green one right here, and then after that, we start creating our conversions campaign, okay? Here what we're doing is basically buying data from Facebook, okay? As you know, there are thousands of people using Instagram and Facebook and all of these, so we want to know exactly who is our ideal buyer, okay? This one right here is a call campaign. We're looking for these people, and the best way to do it is doing a process called single interest targeting, okay? So right here, I'm going to teach you how to do this step by step, okay? So after clicking conversions campaign, we're telling Facebook, listen, find people that are willing to purchase, okay? People that are used to spending money when they see ads on Facebook. So these are highly qualified people. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive, but these people tend to be a little bit better, and they for sure, if someone buys, it will be thanks to Facebook doing their job of finding the ideal people, okay? So right here, the first thing that I do for the names is always to put the date, because obviously I'm always testing new campaigns and all of these. So I want to be sure that this is the specific campaign that I created that day, the one that's most profitable and all of that. So that's why I start with the date right here. And then I put the word called, okay? This is because people are like, for the first time knowing about our product, service. Obviously, this is not a retargeting campaign or anything like that. So I know these people that saw the specific video ad, they are people that know about us just for the first time, okay? So this is the one that you need to keep in mind. So after this, I obviously turn off the campaign budget optimization in this section. I only use this sometimes, but I talk more about this topic inside my Facebook ads course that's completely free. Again, heymeneses.com/toolkit, okay? So for this one, I turn it off, and then the next step is to go and pick our interest, okay? Right here, I try to put it as broad as possible so we have a better chance to find more people, okay? Remember, this tends to be the first campaign that we run, so we want to make sure that this type of campaign, we have the best odds to finding the people. At this point, you don't know a lot about your audience, you don't know a lot about the specific person that will buy your product. You can have some sense because you did your research and all of this, but still you haven't run any specific campaign. So right here, we try to put the targeting as broad as possible, okay? We want to make sure that Facebook start testing different pockets inside their audiences to be able to find the right person. That's why I don't do hyper targeting. This is the name of that, okay? So right here, the first thing that I do is to put obviously the name of the actual ad set, okay? I take this adventure travel for this example because we're running a specific hiking brand. As always, I use that one as an example, but right here we're using this specific ad set name, so you have it as a reference. So I found this one when I went to this detailed targeting section right here, and then, for example, if I know I'm in the hiking industry, so I just go here and I put hiking, and then I'll have a ton of options right here. After you pick one of them, you'll be able to click the suggestion feature, okay? Right here in the suggestions, you'll have a ton of different interests that you can use and test, okay? These people tend to come from people that like a specific Facebook page. They are part of a group. They tend to have that behavior. So Facebook knows that these people like to be outdoors and all of this for this specific example, okay? So right here, we're only using one interest, okay, which is adventure travel. If we start doing bundles, okay, if we start adding different interests like vacations and we start getting another one, holiday, etc., we'll start getting a mixed result because we will know exactly which interest inside the Facebook ecosystem will be the most profitable, okay? Which is super, super important for you because later on you'll have to turn off whatever is not making you money and then keep on whatever is making you money, okay? So this is the main thing that you need to keep in mind, and that's why it's called single interest targeting, okay? So what we do is just delete vacations and then holidays right here, and we only keep one of them, okay? So what I recommend is that you have at least 5 different interests. So what you do after you create this one and you create your ad, your specific video and photo, what you do is duplicate right here. You click duplicate, and then the only thing that you change is a specific interest, okay? Instead of doing adventure travel, you go ahead and test vacations, for example, etc. So depending obviously of your niche, okay? So right here we put the ad set name adventure travel, so we can identify the specific ad set name right here. As you can see, obviously if you're running 5-10 different ad sets with a specific budget, you will know exactly the name of the ad set, okay? So right here, what we do later on is click manual placements because we want to be in the Facebook feeds ecosystem. This is the main protagonist inside Facebook. This is where people spend the most time and they pay attention to the feed, okay? They're not looking to the sites or maybe to the videos, etc. They're looking to the feed. So we want to show up in the Facebook and the feed ecosystem, okay? So then after that, we make sure to go down and then we make sure to uncheck the reach people beyond detailed targeting because we don't want Facebook to start looking for extra people, okay? As you can see, this is it's a huge audience of around 50 million people, etc. So it's a good place to start, okay? If your audience is super, super small, less than 1 million people, make sure that you get a little bit broader, start doing some research, other different targetings, because if you go to detailed targeting, you don't have enough people for Facebook to try to find the ideal buyer, okay? So another thing, I don't touch the gender or the age, and obviously I'm selling to the United States, so I keep it inside of the US. But if you're selling to a different country, make sure that you change the country, obviously. And also, again, keep it as broad as possible when you start, okay? Unless that you're selling a product that's specifically for male or female, obviously there you will change the gender. If your product is for both genders, make sure that you test both genders, and then you will see Facebook will start optimizing by itself, okay? So after that, the next step is to obviously the budget right here that you see it. I do daily budget. I do $20 for each ad set, okay? If you don't have $20 per ad set, you can start with 5, 10, etc. This will depend on the specific cost of your product. If you're selling a $5 product, obviously you need less money to sell this product. If you're selling a $1,000 product, you won't sell that product with $20, okay? You maybe need like $200 to sell that specific product. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. The higher the price of the product, you will need to put more money into it to be able to sell it. Think about people selling cars, for example. They spend a lot of money to get a lead to be able for someone to go ahead to the dealership and then buy the car, okay? This is a lot of advertising money to be able to sell a $40,000 car. The same way happens with your products. If you go ahead and pick a product that's super high end, you need to make sure that you have the capital to put behind ads, because you need a lot of capital to push and push and push to be able to sell one unit, okay? Products don't sell by itself. You always need some way to generate traffic to these websites, okay? So my recommendation is this is your first time, go ahead and pick a product that's between 20, 25, around that range, to $100. This way you don't have to spend a lot of money in Facebook ads to be able to get started, okay? So this is for a product that's fairly cheap, from $50 or so. So we're testing different ad sets to $20 a day. This means that if I'm making 5 different ad sets. I'm spending $100 per day in Facebook ads. Okay, so right here this is 20, and then I'll have a different interest with other $20, etc., until I have 5 different ad sets. Okay, so again, depending of your product, of the price of your product, it will depend the actual budget. Okay, at the end of the video I'll be showing you different tips regarding this. Okay, these are common questions that I get on my Instagram account, etc., of people reaching me and asking me questions. Hey, I'm not getting enough sales, what's going on? So this is me teaching you exactly step by step what you need to do. When I get these questions, it's super common, a lot of people asking these questions, so just make sure to stick around until the end so you know exactly the answers. Okay, so after this, obviously we go to the ad. Okay, I don't upload the video straight to the ad platform. I always reference a post from the Instagram account or the Facebook account because I want to keep the social proof. Okay, if I go ahead and I create an ad, I click use existing post, then I can go ahead to the main Facebook page of the business, and then I can select a post from my page. Okay, this way I know that I'm collecting the comments, likes, shares, and all of these inside one single post. Okay, this is huge because if I'm always using the same ad creative, let's say that I have 5 different angles that I'm using, I know that these videos are super good and ready to roll. Okay, these are like premium videos because they have the comments, the likes, the shares of people asking questions and all of these, so I'm sure that I can use them, and it will be easy for people. When they see them for the first time, they will say, wow, a lot of people are interacting with this product, that so it means that it's actually an amazing product. Okay, so they have a lot of interactions and all of these. Okay, so make sure that you select your post. So the first thing is to go ahead to your Facebook business page, post the ad, your copy, your video, your photo, and then go ahead and select post right here. If you don't see it, make sure that you refresh the page because sometimes it takes a little bit, some time to show up in the system, but as soon, like after a few minutes, you'll be able to see it. So select the post right here. So after this, you'll have at the end one conversions campaign. You'll have 5 different ad sets. For this one, we have adventure travel, then hiking, then 5 different interests, and then each interest will have the same ad. Okay, so my recommendation is that you start like with 2 different variations of the ads, and then you start optimizing from there. If you start adding too many creative photos and videos inside each ad set, it will be a little bit messy because you don't have enough budget to be able to start pushing and testing a lot of creatives. So obviously, if you're starting with a $20 budget, 2 or 1 creative to start is a good place. Okay, so right here we'll have 5 different ad sets, and then the same ad inside each ad set. So the only thing that changes between each ad set is the actual interest. So this means that you know for sure that if something works, it's because of the interest. Okay, so that's the first campaign, the type of campaign that you need to keep in mind. Okay, this is the one that you reach for the first time to your target customers. Okay, after that, you need to start getting your retargeting campaign, which is the most common one when you start getting the sales that you need. Okay, after they see you for the first time, they need to see you again at some point. Okay, and the idea with this is to actually get them see you in Instagram, Facebook, and every single place that Facebook has a domain. Okay, so right here what we do is we create a retargeting campaign, and specifically a day after we start running our call campaign. Okay, so what we do, you create a reach campaign. You click the green button and create a reach campaign. Put your name, your date, and then go ahead and turn off the campaign budget optimization. And then we create our first campaign. So what you do is you start creating videos of unboxing, maybe testimonial videos, review videos, maybe answering common questions, also popular photos, etc., that you have about your product or service, and then you retarget these people with these specific pieces of content. Okay, so right here you go to the ad set, you put your all websites visitor. So what you do is you create a custom audience. Okay, so you go to business tools, create a custom audience. Obviously you need to have your pixel installed before you do anything from this. Go ahead, install your pixel, and you start collecting this data. And then you can tell Facebook to specifically find the people that visited your website and then you can retarget them with these pieces of content, okay? So if you don't know how to install your pixel, go ahead to the complete e-commerce toolkit, heymeneses.com/toolkit to get the free Facebook ads course. I explain you step by step how to do this process, okay? So your pixel is installed, you're ready to run your retargeting campaign. So go ahead, do daily budget. With $20 is more than enough to get started because these people are super cheap. You already paid for the traffic right here initially, so the only thing left is to actually retarget these people when they enter Facebook or Instagram, okay? So right here, obviously, we start the campaign a day after our call campaign at midnight, and then the only thing that we need to do is to click custom audiences, and we find the audience that we created for all website visitors, okay? So this one, make sure that you put it as wide as possible to as many days as you can as possible, because obviously you will start accumulating these people inside this audience, okay? So then after that, location, you put the United States if you're keeping it inside of the US. Age, keep it as wide as possible because you're basically telling Facebook only show these ads to the people that already visited my website, okay? So after that, right here, these changes, okay? Instead of doing manual placements, you want to keep it automatic placements, okay? Because you're telling Facebook, show this material to any different social media site that you have available from this user, okay, that you're retargeting. You have more chances for them to be able to enter Instagram and then look at your business in a different platform, okay? This is a huge thing because you're like in multi different platforms and you have more chances to actually make the sale, okay? So right here, just keep it automatic placements, okay? Then after that, obviously you'll go to create your ad, okay? Here you can get creative, go ahead and link your accounts, put the ad name, and then instead of doing the ad setup, again, you will use existing posts. So what you're going to do is go to your Instagram page or to your Facebook page and see what posts are the most popular ones, okay? This means that these people will be ready to roll because they know exactly that these posts perform really well. You have the interactions, the social proof. So most likely the people that see these posts for the first time, they will like it and they'll have a good impression from for your business, okay? So go ahead and pick at least the top 9 posts from your Instagram and Facebook and run this as an ad to these people, okay? So right here, what you do again, you duplicate 9 times, and then obviously you put different posts, and then inside this campaign, you'll have 9 different top performing posts inside the campaign just working for you basically, okay? So this is the retargeting campaign. And then finally, we have the lookalike audiences. This will come like a week or 2 later when you already spend at least 20% of your budget because you already have a lot of data that you have collected, and then you can create lookalike audiences, okay? Here you're telling Facebook, look, I have 5,000 people that already visited my site. They like my product or service. Please find people just like them inside your ecosystem, okay? From all of this data, create a lookalike audiences for website visitors or people that purchase, etc. Okay, but as you can see, you need a lot of data for this, so that's why it takes a lot of time. So my advice is to start with all website visitors and then start working down the funnel, okay? So people that added to the cart, people that started checkout, people that purchase, etc. Okay, the more down the funnel that you go, the more people that you will need on top of the funnel. And what's top of the funnel? People that watch the video at 95%, for example. If you're running video views, you can run a lookalike audience for people that watch until the end of the video, and then people that click the video, and then people that spend more than X amount of time inside the website. And then that way you start creating lookalike audiences, okay? So each one of them, you will take the time to create 1%, 2%, 3% until 10%, and then you will test exactly which one is the best performing one, and then that's the point that you start scaling, okay? Inside my Facebook ads course, again, I have this explained step by step because this is a little bit more advanced when you're already getting some sales and you're ready to spend a little bit more money inside Facebook ads, okay? So right here, go to heymeneses.com/toolkit to learn more about lookalike audiences, okay? So at the end of this video, I told you I have a big tip that you need to keep in mind, and these are the tips, okay? 3 different ones. First one is, targeting will depend on the product, okay? What I mean by this is some products, they are not like a wide range, okay? For example, I have one of my clients, their product is not like a super that you can run to everyone. Okay, this is specific target audience is a niche product. So obviously the pool of people that I can advertise is a little bit narrow. I'm talking 200,000 people inside of the US, 300,000 people in Canada, etc. So it's a little bit more narrow. So it's a little bit more difficult to find potential buyers. So obviously the targeting will be a little bit different. I have to start creating a lot of custom videos because obviously they will see the video at some point. So I need to create more creatives so they don't get tired of the same video over and over again. That's one example, okay? So the targeting will depend. So the wider your product, let's say that you're selling, I don't know, kitchen pans or silverware or something like that, that can be used from people in the US, in Canada, in the UK, females, males, etc. You have a huge pool of people that use kitchen supplies, okay? But if you start selling something that's super specific, like let's say something for hikers that are female, that are from 20 to 30 years old, etc. So you start getting super narrow and super detailed. So you need to find a product that's a balance, something that's balanced, something that's easy to market in a way that you have enough people to actually scale your business, okay? I'm not telling you that don't look for niche product, but if you are not experienced, go ahead and find something that's a little bit more wide, okay? Something that you can go ahead and advertise to different pockets of people without thinking a lot about targeting, okay? Then tip number 2 is large budget does not equal sales, okay? I get so many DMs on my Instagram account at @meneses. They go ahead and reach me and they tell me, Gabriel, I'm not getting enough sales. I spend $1,000 on my Facebook ads. This doesn't mean anything. Maybe you can spend $200 and you can get 10x the return from that if you have the right website, if you're running the right ads, if you're doing the right targeting, if you have the right product, okay? If you think that you can do all of this super fast and just go ahead and put $5,000 on Facebook ads and then hope for the best, this doesn't equal sales. You need to optimize everything before you start putting money inside Facebook ads. So make sure that you take the time to create custom content, create your website the right way, optimize it, and then obviously have a great product that solves a problem or it's unique, okay? Then number 3 is order the product and then film videos with your cell phone. Many people don't have the capability to have a professional camera, like a huge setup, people editing videos, but actually you can scale a product just by ordering the product, just taking a video with your cell phone as a client using it and just giving you a review, Let's say that you're selling a hiking equipment, some boots or something like that, and you want to make a review video. You can order the product and just tell people, listen, I just bought this, it's an amazing, or you can give that to a friend and just film the friend doing the review. Just super organic. You don't need to make super high quality, high resolution video. Just go ahead, create this video with your cell phone and then post it on Instagram and then obviously reference this video inside the ad ecosystem, okay? So that's another piece of advice. Don't go to AliExpress or any supplier, just take the pictures and the content and then post it and then hope for the best. You need to put a little bit more into it. You need to order the product and create the custom content to be able to scale your brand, okay? So these are the 3 tips that I had for you. So make sure that if these life help you, this video help you, go ahead and like the video, also comment if you have any questions, and also subscribe to get more videos that I'm posting every single day, okay? So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care.